This is Sarah back with part 2 of Mandala Sounds Explained. I will be going into detail about the music system that I created, but for this, an understanding of Mandala yoga is, I'll be very brief, don't worry. But I thought I'd show you my kind of concept map or idea map when creating this project. So in Mandala yoga, you focus on one of the elements because it's rooted in shamanism. And this is linked to a particular chakra, and there's meaning behind it, mantras, and therefore the meditations that Anna DeSouza has done that I captured are rooted in these concepts. So for the earth meditation, it's all about safety and being grounded and security. For the water meditation, it's about creativity, self-expression. For the fire meditation, you can see it's about strength, passion, power. And for the air meditation, it's to do with self-love, breath, compassion, movement. So thinking about compositionally or from a musical perspective, I did go very kind of like, I don't want to say generic because it's such a negative word, but we kind of know what makes us feel like these concepts, okay? And without going to like primary school, earth, I used a lot more percussion and bass and low pitched instruments. For the water, I tried to make more movement, more fluidity. For the fire, I had like some more percussive sounds, and then like the string swells, and some like trying to get those flame licks with the harp. And then for the air, I recorded, so I am a trained flautist, so I used a lot of flutes and woodwind and like bent notes and kind of like breathy sounds. So that's the concept behind the actual composition. But I want to show you the actual F mod system. So that's that bit. Okay, so here's the music system in F mod. I wanted to create two main sort of interactives. So in terms of how it works, we have 4 elements, which are the 4 main areas of the map. So you can see these like bubbles have been created in zones in Unity, and these are simple triggers on entry. So whenever the player walks into these zones, it will trigger these Fmod events, and depending on which element it is assigned to. So really, really simple kind of setup with transition states. Basically just crossfades in and out with like one little kind of like extra asset to blend back and forth. And this is the same for each element, just for consistency, really. Nothing too complicated. It's all in the same key as well, so there's no like tricky kind of like transitions happening. As I say, like this was a uni project, so there was like limited kind of time factor, so everything is fairly simple musically. The interesting part comes with the verticality, in terms of having a lot of multi-instruments going on. So for a lot of the musical ideas, I just created a bunch of variations and bounced them out. So instead of having like one vibraphone idea, I created several, and then different vibraphones are triggering, for example. So we have two states, as I said. We have the explorative state when we're walking around the map, and then we have the meditative state. So when you're entering into a meditation, then something's going to change as well. So depending on what area of the map you're in, so if you're in the earth area, you'll hear some music. And then if you enter into a meditation, so meditation goes from 0 to 1, then the mix will change. Okay, so if you want to hear how this works, I can press play. So this is the watch element, except we start in a cave. So the cave has a low pass filter. So we have this nice little transition as we come out of the cave. So because of these multi-instruments, each playthrough should feel slightly different. It should be a slightly different experience because different things are triggering at different times. So if we change to the water meditation, we have different things happening. You can see that the percussive elements have been taken out and some more ambient elements have been added in, and this allows us to kind of feel more calm and focus on the dialogue that gets triggered in that moment. Okay, so let's see this in action. So let me just double click to center my mouse as I'm staring at the floor here. So we start off in this little cave. So there's our transition. So, hopefully you've learned a little bit more about Mandala Sounds and about my process. If you have any questions, again, just feel free to ask. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.